Security Council on Tuesday called on all parties in eastern Ukraine to stop fighting and implement a European-brokered peace deal as an almost three-day-old ceasefire rapidly began to unravel. Russia drafted a resolution adopted unanimously by the 15-member council in a move that U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Samantha Power described as ironic, given the militants fighting in eastern Ukraine are backed by Moscow.
But if Russia is committed to peace, it doesn't need a UN Security Council resolution to prove it. There are actually easier ways to prove it. You could stop arming the separatists, stop sending hundreds of heavy weapons across the border in addition to your troops, stop pretending you are not doing what you are doing, and start calling on and insisting upon the separatists observing the ceasefire around Debaltseve.
Russian-backed militants in Ukraine fought their way into an encircled government-held town called Debaltseve and were battling street to street on Tuesday. The militants say the truce does not apply at all to the main battlefront at the town of Debaltseve. Russia's ambassador called for dialogue. You need to find dialogue. Go find that dialogue, then in the end, find the dialogue. You can't establish that dialogue, you're unable. That's why we keep saying, let's establish that dialogue with the people in the East. But you say we're interfering. What do the people in the East want? We say that people in the East want federalization, and so go find that dialogue. Thank you. Ukraine's ambassador asked Russia to stop interfering and giving advice on constitutional changes. Everything is clearly stated to our people regarding the eastern regions, and not just the eastern regions. Work is underway on decentralization, expansion of the powers of local authorities, so therefore once again I ask the Russians, at least in this chamber, don't interfere in our affairs. We'll decide ourselves how to live, what to build, and how to establish dialogue with our own people. Thank you very much. At the meeting, Russia was also reminded about its illegal annexation of Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula, and Security Council members called for those responsible in the downing of MH17 over insurgent-held territory of Ukraine last summer to be brought to justice.